Do you ever feel like you're just kind of going on autopilot and going through the motions of your day? Your actions are not embodied and you're not making choices there. Your life is just sort of happening to you. This is something that many people experience and a lot of people talk about or don't. Sometimes we don't even notice that it's happening to us, but I want to offer you a moment where if you do catch yourself just chugging along, where you can snap, I don't want to say snap out of it, but snap into it. Snap into yourself, into your embodiment, into your consciousness, and center again. Get yourself back on track. So I want to share this quick tool with you, and let's dive in. So I'm Swift Everdy, and I'm an energy healer and intuitive guide, and I work with individuals and groups on how we can wake up our awareness and our knowing, our consciousness, how we can use energy healing tools in our daily lives to activate, to be in communion, to feel more ease, more connection, and to create the lives that we are wanting. So if you're interested in more from me, please do check out the links in the description and like this video. Please subscribe, click the bell, all the things. And let's get into this piece on deliberate will and how we can get ourselves out of autopilot. So autopilot, what I mean by that is those moments where you are not even in your body, not in your choices, you're just going along. You might be kind of in a sludge of a lot of energetic stuff. You might not be aware that it's happening, and you're needing to get back, to come back. And that could mean a number of things. That could mean you might feel more centered. You might feel like you can come to present time. You can get out of a victim mindset that life is kind of abusing or just bashing you over the head, and that you get to step out of that victim mindset of life happening to you. You can step into your willpower, wake up your agency. This is a really pretty diverse tool, and how it will affect you might be different than anyone else. So I'd love you to share in the comments what you noticed when you're doing it, what you noticed after, if anything changed, if anything was challenging. Please do write in the comments. So we're going to go through this. If you want to make sure you're taking notes, please do. You can pause the video at any time if I'm going a little too fast or you wanted to take a little bit more time with the exercise. We're going to do it 5 times. I recommend doing it at least 10 if you're going to do it as like a practice, or you can kind of scatter just 1 or 2 throughout the day, and you'll learn what I'm talking about, what it is, in just a moment. Or you can really take this and do a whole half hour of really deep practice and doing it really slowly, doing this piece of deliberate will 10 times slowly. We're going to do it 5 just for the video, and let's dive in. So the first thing I want you to do is take 3 deep breaths. 3 slow, deep breaths. Rounding at the top and the bottom, a circular breath. Thank you. And next, just kind of do a sweep of your field to clear it. Just kind of sweeping off the energetic gunk that may or may not be there. Just taking a breath in, taking your hands up on the inhale, and shaking out with a kind of a push on the exhale through the mouth, and shaking your hands. You might be standing, bend your knees and bounce a little. Might have a vocalization there. It's that kind of a sweep of your field just immediately around you. The next piece is this action of deliberate will. So what I want you to do is to say something that you're going to do, and then take a pause, and then do it. So say something out loud that you're going to do, take a pause, and do it. If you watched my spiritual self-care routine, you might recognize this. I did a brief version of that in the routine. Do check out that video above if you want to catch that whole routine. But you just say an action, do the action with a pause in the middle. If you're noticing that you are jumping to do the action before you're done speaking, that's okay. Just notice it and bring some curiosity to it, and do the next one. So say an action out loud. An action could be anything. It could be with your words. I'm going to say the word banana. And then you say the word banana again. It could be a thought. It says, I'm going to spell my name out loud in my head. Or it could be even planning something. I'm going to sit and plan my to-do list. I'm going to wash the dishes. I'm going to pick up this pen. I'm going to put my hand on my cheek. It could be movements with your body. It could be a longer term thing. I'm going to go outside and walk around my driveway, or I'm going to do 10 jumping jacks. So the action could take longer, but as long as you state it, pause, and then do it. When you are done with the action, we're going to use this phrase. Activate change and generate healing immediately. So through doing this action, what you're commanding is that you are activating the change that's already happening around you and generate healing immediately. You're activating change, taking in your agency to generate healing immediately, right now. So it's a piece of, oh, right, I want to do this right now. I don't feel like waiting. So if any of this doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Please let it go. I'm not attached to this working for you, but if it is working, if you're curious about it, let's try it out. So action, pause, state the action, pause, do the action, activate change, and generate healing immediately. So we're going to do it 5 times. I'll speak quietly as not to distract you, but I think speaking over each other is fine. We do that in workshops and on Zoom calls even all the time. So this piece of just doing it together. I'm going to put my hands on my shoulders. See, even there, if you want to pause for a second, I just went to do the action before I had really paused. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to put my hands on my shoulders. And activate change and generate healing immediately. I am going to spell my name out loud in my head. Activate change and generate healing immediately. If you're having difficulty remembering that phrase, you can write it down. Activate change and generate healing immediately, or just pause the video if you need to. I am going to clasp my hands in front of me and activate change and generate healing immediately. I'm going to put my hand on the side of my head. And activate change and generate healing immediately. And I am going to move my head from side to side. So if you're not done, you can go ahead and pause the video and can finish up and then start again. But if you're done, this piece of, okay, how do I feel now? What am I noticing? I notice that my eyesight seems different. Just the way that I'm looking physically at the world just shifted. I don't know if I'm bringing in more light or just by doing that, waking up to a bit more of my consciousness and awareness. I feel more centered. I can feel my gut. I can feel my pelvis. I can feel the rooting of my body and my energetic system into the earth. I can feel some of that. I might write that down and note some of that and really enjoy this exercise as a way to just center. You might find something different happens for you, but a lot of people report this piece of like coming to present time, of really activating their consciousness of their body in there and reclaiming themselves, and or just simply snapping out of a funk. It can be a great way to get yourself out of a funk after a disagreement or a difficult day when you're feeling scrambled, of just doing 3 of these. Do it throughout your day. You can just drop it in whenever it feels helpful, just doing 1 of them, or you can sit and do 10, or you can even sit and do 10, but really giving yourself a half an hour to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm really curious about how it feels for you. Please do comment below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like the video, please do like, subscribe, click the bell, and I'd love to connect with you. If you're interested in more from me, I do have a free mini course that's down in the description called Ask Away, where we use questions to wake up our awareness and our connection with ourselves and our knowing and intuition. And if you're curious about working with me one-on-one, I'd love to get to know you and have you have a chance to get to know me better. There's a link for booking a free discovery call down in the description as well. So thanks so much for being here. It's great to be with you and can't wait to see you next time. Bye.